The AI landscape just exploded. Google has unveiled an image model with what many are calling AGI-level reasoning, and it's rewriting the rules of reality. But that's just the beginning of this week's tech quake. A humanoid robot has shattered a world record with a 106-kilometer autonomous walk. We're seeing the first mass deployment of bots at international borders. A new universal brain for robotics has been released, and a construction automation firm is scaling globally. So, without any further delay, let's get straight into the biggest news. First up, Google's Gemini 3 Pro, nicknamed Nano Banana Pro, has just landed. And guys, without exaggeration, this is the single largest jump in image generation we've ever witnessed. But here's the thing. It's not just about prettier pictures. The demos suggest a level of reasoning that feels borderline AGI, which means close to human. Take the remake of the 18th century painting series, A Rake's Progress. It recreated the entire narrative arc set in 2025, with insane modern details like Dogecoin wealth, NFT phases, and gig economy prison, all with the visual consistency of a professional graphic novel. One of the core reasons for this leap is its direct link to real-time Google search. In one example, it generated an image of the Shard in London with a live stock score projected on it, the actual number from that moment. This grounding in live data creates a new tier of realism, visible in things like topographic maps that are geographically accurate instead of random shapes. Now, its spatial and compositional awareness is another level. You can ask for Goku, SpongeBob, and Squirtle in a professional IMAX-style poster, and it doesn't just paste them together. It has them logically interacting, with Goku firing an attack and SpongeBob countering. Compare that to older models, and the difference is night and day. Of course, this power comes at a cost. The high-resolution generation is about 7 to 8 times more expensive than the original Nano Banana, but it's still cheaper than OpenAI's current high-res offering. Google is also baking in Synth ID, an invisible watermark for provenance, which you can check in the Gemini app. The control is staggering. You can adjust camera angles, lighting, and depth of field like a professional photographer. But perhaps the most telling demos are the functional ones. You can upload a Google Analytics screenshot and tell it to inflate the clicks to 90,000, and it will not only change the numbers but also correctly update the graph's axis and curve. It can turn a table of benchmark scores into a proper graph, and it even shows promise in analyzing medical scans, correctly identifying lesion markers that previous models completely missed. It's not flawless. It still struggles with clock times and very rare species details, but its ability to understand and execute on real-world data, from GPS coordinates to building floor plans, marks a fundamental shift from pattern guessing to genuine reasoning. Shifting from digital intelligence to physical prowess, a humanoid robot named the Agibot A2 just set a new Guinness World Record by completing a 106.286-kilometer walk completely autonomously. This wasn't a controlled lab test. This was a real-world journey from Suzhou to Shanghai over 3 days, navigating highways, city lanes, and busy public areas before finishing at Shanghai's Bund waterfront. The robot achieved this with zero human intervention, showcasing monumental advances in balance, real-world navigation, and pure endurance. What's critical here is that the Agibot A2 used for this marathon was not a special prototype. The company confirmed it was a standard mass-produced model, the same ones being delivered to customers right now. To prepare, the engineering team spent months optimizing the robot's stability to avoid falling during hundreds of hours of continuous operation, following a previous test where it completed a 24-hour walk in nearly 40 degrees Celsius heat. Standing 1.75 meters tall and weighing 55 kilograms, the robot relies on a suite of AI-powered sensors, including dual GPS systems, LiDAR, and infrared depth cameras, to interpret its environment and navigate unpredictable outdoor conditions. Upon finishing, it even displayed a bit of personality, calling it a memorable experience in its machine life, and joking that it might need a new pair of shoes. This feat represents a critical breakthrough in the core technologies needed for humanoid robots to be integrated into everyday life, proving they have the stability and energy efficiency for real-world applications in logistics, customer service, and beyond. Now, for a development that feels like it's straight out of science fiction, UBTech, the company behind the Walker S2 humanoid robot, has secured a $37 million contract to deploy its androids at the border crossing between China and Vietnam. This comes just weeks after the company released a mass production and delivery video that was strikingly reminiscent of scenes from the movie I, Robot, showing a hangar full of identical Walker S2 units marching in unison into cargo containers. Now, many of those robots are being sent to perform border duties, including patrols, traveler guidance, and logistics. The Walker S2 stands 5'7", weighs 154 pounds, and can walk at speeds up to 4 miles per hour. It features dexterous hands with tactile sensors and an onboard large language model for voice communication. A key feature for long shifts is its ability to swap its own battery in under 3 minutes. While the idea of an army of humanoid robots working border control duties feels vaguely dystopian, some argue that machines, being free from human feelings or prejudices, could potentially be more reasonable in their operations. Regardless, this move signals a strong interest from government agencies in using AI and automation for difficult, repetitive tasks. UBTech plans to deliver 500 of these Walker S2 robots by the end of 2025, scaling up to 10,000 by 2027, making the future of automated borders a very near-term reality. Moving from specialized robots to a universal intelligence system, a company called OpenMind has just released BrainPack, a hardware and software platform designed to give any robot or humanoid what they call real-world intelligence. This is essentially a backpack-sized unit that bundles perception, control, memory, and autonomy into a single modular system. Built on one of NVIDIA's most powerful processing units, BrainPack integrates advanced capabilities like 3D spatial mapping, auto-labeling of objects, and a privacy-protected vision system that automatically detects and blurs human faces. It also includes features for encrypted remote control and, crucially, self-charging autonomy. The CEO, John Liphart, stated, "We've built the bridge between robotics and intelligence. For the first time, anyone can order a robot that doesn't just move. It understands its environment, remembers it, and learns from it." This isn't just a concept. It's the same system that powered OpenMind's viral demos of self-charging quadrupeds. BrainPack is designed as a plug-and-play intelligence layer, compatible with Unitree's G1 and Go2 robots, transforming them from simple mobile machines into agents that can perform self-guided patrols, map multi-room environments, and autonomously dock to charge. With a focus on accountability, every action and perception is captured as verifiable data. The full robot set, including the BrainPack, a Unitree robot, and the NVIDIA Jetson Thor processor, is now open for pre-orders with a $499 deposit, with shipments starting in 2026. Finally, let's talk about automation where it's needed most. Heavy industry. Gravis Robotics, a Zurich-based spin-out from ETH Zurich, has just secured $23 million in funding and finalized a series of global partnership deals, expanding its reach across the UK, US, EU, Latin America, and Asia. The company specializes in a learning-based earth-moving autonomy platform for the massive construction and quarrying sector. This new funding round was co-led by IQ Capital and Zakua Ventures, with participation from industry giants like Holcim. The capital will accelerate their international rollout and expand their workforce. Gravis's technology is already being used by industry leaders for autonomous material handling, truck loading, and site preparation. They recently began the first large-scale use of autonomous excavation on an active UK construction site at Manchester Airport with Taylor Woodrow. They've also partnered with Flannery, the UK's largest plant hire provider, to offer rental excavators equipped with the Gravis system. Their retrofit autonomy system uses a network of sensors, LiDAR, cameras, GNSS, and a learning-based control system that adapts to unpredictable ground conditions. This works alongside their Gravis slate, a tablet interface that provides real-time intelligence to operators, creating a feedback loop that improves both autonomous and manual operations. The company reports its systems increase output by 30% while reducing rework and improving safety. As the construction industry faces a skilled labor shortage and productivity challenges, Gravis is positioning its technology not to replace human operators, but to support and enhance their capabilities, using real-world field data to lead the charge in industrial autonomy. Alright, that's a wrap on these 5 huge stories. The pace of change in AI and robotics is just staggering right now. Let me know in the comments which of these developments you think will have the biggest impact in the next year. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.